All right, hi everybody, and welcome to Diamond Club Australia's webinar number 14 for this year of 2016. It's been a great start to Diamond Club so far, and we're really seeing even more improvement in this first week of March, the second month of Diamond Club. So we're going to go ahead and start off today. I'll go over the agenda, and then we'll have our amazing guest speaker, Emily Wright, start off, and then we'll go ahead and go through the rest of the points that I wanted to briefly cover today. So obviously we have our amazing executive guest speaker, Emily Wright, and then we're going to go over goal setting, and with that, some planning, and then I'll cover the promotions and incentives that we have for this month, and a little bit of ways that you can use that to your advantage in helping share doTERRA and the product and get the enrollments and help people to use the product and start the business in their own life. And then we'll go over some follow-up information, and then I'll show you guys the standings and the points that the top leaders have right now in that contest. So we'll go ahead and have our amazing executive, Emily, give us some information. Hi, Emily, you should be unmuted again.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Logan, and I am so excited to be with all of you this evening. It's an amazing opportunity for me to be able to spend a little bit of time with our wellness advocates down under. I miss all of you. I haven't been to Australia for quite some time now, and I'm really missing all of you. I told David Sterling today in our executive committee meeting, I said, you have to promise me that you'll allow me to go to Australia's convention next year. So he promised that I get to come and be with you next year. So I'm really, really excited about that. But just know that my heart is with you. This topic about Diamond Club is something that's very, very near and dear to my heart. When we started the program back in 2002, the reason we started Diamond Club was because we really started doTERRA with our friends and family that were based in the little state of Utah. And we wanted to be able to branch out and be able to have a greater influence in the world. But many of our wellness advocates really didn't have the means to be able to go out and travel to friends and family that they had maybe out of state or even in cities that were not close to them. And so we gathered together with many of our top leaders in the company at that time. Most of them were just ranked a diamond. They weren't, big double presidential diamonds at that time. They were just starting to make, some good traction in the company. And we gathered together with them to see if there was something that we could partner together on to allow our wellness advocates to be able to go out and be able to travel and not be concerned about the cost associated with that. And I think what makes Diamond Club so unique from anything any other company has to offer is that we truly do partner with each of you. This would not be a success were it not for the wonderful sponsors and their willingness to support you and help you. They believe in you. That's why they've selected you to be a part of this program. Where they pay 50% of the cost, the company will pay 50% of the cost. And of course, we have some wonderful incentives that are covered by the company as well. But I reflect back even further than when the program was initially created. I go back to the very beginning when doTERRA was just conceived and how we got it started. We would get on planes and travel to anyone who would listen to our message. We had these beautiful, amazing essential oils that were magnificent beyond anything I had ever experienced. We wanted the whole world to know about them. But yet, all we had were just a few friends and families here in Utah. And so as they would have people in other states that would want to hear our message, we would use frequent flyer miles that we had saved up. We couldn't afford a meeting space, certainly couldn't afford a hotel room to stay in, so we would stay with people that we had never met before. Most of them were complete strangers to us. And we would gather together in their living room to be able to share this wonderful message that we had. And I remember many times through that process that we would go out and be so excited because they would promise us that they would have 10 people there, and we would arrive and we would get all dressed up and get our laptops plugged in and ready, and we would wait, and we would wait, and we would wait, and no one would show up. And remember how disheartening that was at times, but we always took the time to spend that intimate time with the person who had agreed to host us, who at that moment was a stranger, but by the time we left their home, we became the best of friends. And they came to trust us and to know us, and we instilled within them a belief in themselves. And it wouldn't be long before they would invite us back and say, okay, now I'm ready. And we would come back to their home at a great personal sacrifice, to us, because we didn't have a lot of money at that time. Everything we had been put into the company to be able to create this beautiful dream that has become doTERRA. And we were living off of savings at that time. So as we would go out and travel, it was taking more money out of the savings account for us to be able to travel, to go out and visit them. But sure enough, maybe they'd have a couple of people that would show up that time. And some of them would get so excited about these beautiful essential oils and want to be a part of it. Now at that time, we didn't have any catalogs. We didn't have any supplements. All we had were just a few essential oils. We didn't have any personal care products. We just had a few singles, a few blends, and no marketing material at all whatsoever. We didn't even have a website. We had, everything had to be done on paper if they wanted to place an order. We had a blog that was created by Greg Cook at the time, and it was just a magical, magical time. And so as I think about each one of you, as you are now at the second month of Diamond Club, to be honest, I'm envious for the journey that you're on right now, because that's truly where the magic is. And I loved those moments. I tell people I still haven't graduated from Diamond Club. I still go out and travel anytime that I possibly can to be with our wonderful people all around the world, because I learn so much from each and every one of you. But you are changing the lives of so many people as you get to spend that intimate time with them, as you really get to understand what their needs are, to really understand maybe some of the trials that they are facing in their life. Maybe their trials have to do with health challenges. Maybe their trials are financial. Maybe they are, based on personal relationships. There's so many different trials that we go through. And you're able to hold their hand, and there's so much hope that you're able to instill in them. As I have been on this journey, I found so many people who have lost belief in themselves. And I think that happens so easily, and it happens over time as we get busy with life. And maybe we get busy as we're taking care of our families, or we're just trying to provide, or just get by day after day. And somehow through that process, we lose our identity. We lose hold of those hopes and dreams that we had when we were young. And we forget about the person that we always dreamed of becoming. So my question for each one of you, as you're in the throes of Diamond Club, is what did you do today to become the person you want to be? Diamond Club is a personal development program like no other. I think you come into this program with great aspirations to be able to grow your team, to be able to raise up leaders, to be able to create relationships as you've never had before. And you're doing that, aren't you? You're seeing that happen. Maybe there have been failures along the way. Maybe you've had appointments that have fallen through. Maybe you've had classes where no one has shown up. But I hope that you've taken those moments to really be able to take advantage of closening that relationship with that person, with that team member, and be able to breathe hope into them, to be able to show them what's possible. Take the time to be able to maybe do one-on-ones and meet with people that maybe they hadn't even invited, or maybe people that weren't able to come but maybe had some time available the next morning, to be able to go and do that. But what you'll see as you get to the end of this 4-month stint is that the person you have changed the most on this journey will be you. Because what you will realize through this process is that you can do hard things. That you are capable of doing things that you never thought you could. I see so many people start in Diamond Club and they're terrified to even teach a class. But yet their heart propels them forward because they have such a desire to serve, such a desire to create a better way of life for other people. And you get to do that. You are given these intimate settings to really be able to connect with people. And something that I love about these beautiful essential oils is that they give us permission to connect with people. They truly give us that permission, where we're able to reach out for someone's hand. We're able to put a drop of essential oil on it. We're able to massage their hand and look into their eyes and really gain an understanding of what they're going through. Life is hard, but it's so much easier when we get to go through life's journeys together, when we get to celebrate together. Sometimes we get to mourn together, but we get to support one another and truly be able to find joy in that process. There's a quote that was given by Albert Einstein. And he said, if you always do what you always did, you will always get what you always got. So again, if you always do what you always did, you will always get what you always got. And I think the reason that each one of you enrolled to participate in Diamond Club is because you want a different outcome. You want to see change in your life, and you want to see change in yourself, and you want to see change in the people that you're able to serve. And as I look at our stats over the years, I had Sarah Marie send them over to me, and it's amazing to me to see what has happened since 2012 when we first launched this program. And to see how many diamonds, more than half of the company's diamonds have come through Diamond Club, more than half, which is outstanding. I remember running into a woman in the Dominican Republic on our incentive trip just last month or 2 months ago in January. Her name is Holly. She's from Kansas. And she had some challenges that she was dealing with her son, some health challenges and behavioral challenges that she wasn't able to deal with using our typical health care system here in America. And she had kind of lost hope. And someone had shared with her a bottle of essential oil. And it was amazing to her to see the changes that occurred with her son when she had lost hope. And she didn't have an upline support at all. She actually had to call the company and go up many, many levels until she finally found someone that could guide her, to some places that she could find some more information. And as she started reading up about the company, she had such a strong feeling in her heart that she needed to go out and share this message with everyone that she knew, with mothers who were dealing with the same struggles with their children that she had been dealing with her son. And so she decided to go for it. As she was doing some research on the company, she found this thing called Diamond Club and started to inquire about that, called the company up, wanted to know about it, and they were able to guide her to some upline that would be willing to sponsor her. And so as she plunged into Diamond Club, brand new, just trying to figure things out, she came out of the program as a diamond, and she also won. It came through as our grand prize winner. And all it was just this feeling in her heart that she needed to share with as many mothers as she possibly could. And I am just so proud of her. I remember sitting with one of our goals not too long ago as I was out on our post-convention tour. It was in Grand Junction, Colorado. And I sat with a group of about 8 people, and she happened to be the one straight across from me. And as she and I got into a conversation, she's a young mother of 2, And she says, you know, I've gone about as far as I plan to go in my doTERRA journey. You know, I love my team, but it's really about as big as what I can handle. You know, we've got a nice supplemental income. I love the oils, but I really, you know, don't want to challenge myself any further than this. I'm very content where I'm at. And I looked at her and I said, what do you love most about being involved in doTERRA? And she said, I love seeing people change. I love when I can share these bottles of essential oil and be able to give people hope that they didn't think possible. She says, that is my love. I love to serve people. And I looked at her and I said, you know, you're being very selfish. And this is the first time she had met me in person, and she was really quite taken back. She said, what do you mean I'm being selfish? And I said, you know, you've come to this point where you've achieved the rank of diamond, and you've said, that's enough for me. You've seen the change in people by sharing these beautiful bottles of oil, and yet you're not willing to continue to pay that forward. There are people out there waiting to hear your message. They are waiting not only for these beautiful oils to come into their life, but they're also waiting for you and for the love and care that you bring with them, because it's a package deal. I want each and every one of you to know that as amazing as these oils are, you are the greatest gift. You are the part that makes the package complete. And she looked me in the eye as I told her this. And she said, you know what? You are exactly right. I have been selfish. I've only been thinking about myself, about the time that I would take away from my family. And I've forgotten about the people out there who need what I have. She made a commitment to me that day. This was in November 2015. That she would become diamond in 2016. She achieved the rank of diamond January 2016. I met her husband at the leadership retreat event last month, and he thanked me because what he saw occur in his wife when she realized her full potential and the joy and happiness that came into her heart as she served other people and brought to them the happiness that she had. That's what you're doing. I hope each and every one of you know what a difference you are making in the lives of those that you are meeting with every day. I hope you know what a difference you are making in your own life, because as you are allowing your light to shine, you're giving those around you permission to do the same. And I am so honored and grateful to be partnered with each and every one of you. I hope you never forget that you are the gift. The oils are the gift of the earth, but your love and care is the greatest gift that you can bring to the world. And so I'm excited to be able to celebrate each and every one of you as you walk that carpet as diamonds. I know you will get there. I know you will. I'm grateful for your hearts, and I am so excited to be able to celebrate with each and every one of you. So Logan, I want to thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this call. And I hope that my love can extend all the way to Australia and New Zealand and all around. I love you all.
Thank you so much, Emily. It really has. We can feel that love that you've sent through to us over here in Australia. We are very grateful for everything you've shared with us today. It really helps us to reflect on ourselves and our goals and planning to be able to move forward and share this gift of ourselves and of the earth, the oils, with everyone else around us. So thank you again so much, Emily, for everything.
You're very welcome. Thanks to all of you.
All right, we'll definitely have Emily on again in the future. Um, and we'll go ahead and get started with the rest of our webinar. She gave us a lot of things to reflect on and look back and on to change, also to look forward to create new plans and new goals to move forward. So we'll go ahead and show you some numbers from this last month. So just want to say great job, everybody. You've been doing really, really well. February was a great month. We had 1,596 Diamond Club specific enrollments in February. That's over 500 more than last February, and that's 2 more per participant than last year. So you guys truly are amazing in the work that you're doing in sharing the oils and in sharing yourselves with everyone, like Emily said. So keep up the great work. Set higher goals, set bigger plans, go wider and farther than you have before to share yourself and these oils with everybody and the business opportunity that doTERRA brings. So good job. I just want to let you guys know that February was the month for our record highest enrollments ever in Australia. So let's go ahead and beat that this month. Obviously, you guys doing Diamond Club had the strong impact in reaching that mark this past month. So keep working, keep planning, keep sharing, and we can go bigger and better in the future. So I just wanted to kind of recognize some of our top enrollers. We have Keysane Appleby with 80 enrollments in February that we have recorded. And we have John Croft with 63 enrollments. Michelle Gay with 60 enrollments. Lynn and Peter Guerin with 48 enrollments, and Penny Hardy with 47. So just so you guys all know, anything is possible. So keep that in your mind and in your goals and in your planning to move forward. You guys truly are an elite group of people that have been accepted into this program this year. You've taken it upon yourself to apply because you want a challenge, because you know what you can do sharing. And I want you to allow other people to help you and invest in you so that you can keep moving forward, so that you can reach your potential every day, so that you can keep going in your future. So I want you guys, if you are comparing yourself to others, stop. Don't compare yourself to others. Only compare yourself to yourself and what you can do better, what you can exceed, what you can excel at, how you can set goals and planning for your future. Because as you are planning and setting goals and comparing yourself, obviously, to yourself and seeing what you can do better, you're going to go above and beyond comparing yourself to someone else. Don't limit yourself to what another person can do, because what they can do is completely different from what you can do. So only compare yourself to you. Keep moving forward, keep reaching those goals and surpassing them, and set new ones so that you can go and reach them and feel the joy and success in those. And if you're not exactly reaching your goals, you know what? Keep trying. Set another goal that you feel is attainable and go and get that. And then little by little, you'll be able to reach the goals in the future. So great work, everybody. Here's a little bit more information on goals. So with your goal setting, you want to focus on one, what do you want to have happen with you by the end of Diamond Club? So it's a little bit longer term. I mean, obviously you have your yearly goals and your monthly goals, but this one's kind of a 4-month or a 3-month goal at this point because we're in March, is what do you want to have happen by the end of Diamond Club? Not only with your enrollments and your team and your rank, but with yourself, with your sharing and your love, like Emily was able to demonstrate and send that message to us. How are you going to change and improve yourself? And then obviously the monthly goals, what goals do you need to set for the rest of March to reach your goals within the month as part of a step, an action step in the long term of Diamond Club and in your yearly goals. And obviously, even smaller, your weekly goals. Each day, week, hour, you're going to have small goals that you're going to need to reach as stepping stones and as action points in your larger and bigger goals in your future. So set goals to have a better month this month than last month. I know we can beat our record enrollment month of last month because you guys are even bigger and better than you were last month. You've learned, you've been able to go through the month of February and through the process of Diamond Club to be able to share yourself and the oils with everybody. Obviously, you know how to better plan, how to better talk with your leaders and your hosts, and how to better travel and organize yourselves this month so that you can have an even bigger and better month, and to improve doTERRA as a whole. Each little brick in a house is crucial to its base, and each one of you are a brick in the house of doTERRA Australia and in even the bigger house of doTERRA. And we want you guys to be able to be strong and to be able to move forward and reach your goals and become more. Set goals for what attributes and traits that you're going to work on this next month as well to improve yourself. Obviously, with planning, you should already have plans set up for what you want to do with your goals, your action plans within those goals, to how are you going to complete them step by step. A big part of that should be calling and talking to your leaders and letting them know about your goals and sharing their goals with you as well so that you can help one another with those action plans and steps to reach your goals. So in order to improve and reach bigger and better goals and things, we need you guys to set up even more events, set up even more meetings one-on-one for those that are necessary. Some people learn better and are able to understand doTERRA as a whole, the oils, the loyalty awards program, how commissions work better in a one-on-one. Others do learn better in a group because they're able to talk to someone next to them and verify it that way, or talk in a group so that everyone is able to understand it. So as you meet the people that you're having these meetings with and you get to know them and share yourself with them, you're going to be able to understand what they need in order to improve and to help them with their business and learning about doTERRA, which in turn is going to help you and your team move forward in the future. So everyone has to help each other out in order to improve, and that's where you're going to see the most success in the future. So just want to go ahead and show you guys the promotions for this month. The Diamond Club specific incentives are for any order over 100 PV, the cedarwood oil, 15 milliliters will be given to those. And then for any orders over 400 PV, it will be the cedarwood and an On Guard 15 milliliter oils will be given out with them. Obviously, you guys already know we have the Deep Blue and Ice Blue 200 PV promotion this month as well. So you're going to be able to take advantage of that with enrollments and with the loyalty rewards that you've helped set up for people that you've already signed up. And that will allow you to help them enroll with fast track kits or other enrollment kits that they want to start off with, that they are going to need at the beginning. That way they can get the most discount or the most product for their enrollment. This is going to be helping you guys out a lot, so I can see no problem with getting a lot more enrollments this month than in previous months, just due to the incentives that we have available for you guys. This is going to help you guys out a lot. Please mention it, spread it throughout Facebook, spread it throughout all your events. Have this as a point during your events with your hosts or in your one-on-ones. Let them know that this only comes around once or twice a year, so it's good to take advantage of it when it is here, these 200 PV promotions. So promote those kits, and there's just so much that they can take advantage of this month in moving forward with Diamond Club. Obviously, I've been doing some reimbursements. I'm still contacting some of you, so if you receive a message from me or an email, please respond as quickly as possible, because I do need to get those reimbursements in as soon as possible. I've been verifying and just trying to clarify some information, calling a few of you. If you haven't sent any of your forms in, please do it now, as soon as possible. Stop everything and get those in so that we can get those reimbursements out to you at the end of this week and the beginning of next week. So remember to please submit your receipts. That's how I verify the amounts on your reimbursement forms, the receipts for your flights and for your petrol, to verify that you went to the events and to get you that money back. I'm more than happy to refund you for the work that you've done. Remember, only up to 6 trips will be reimbursed. So the maximum amount is $1,500. That would be for 6 flights over $250, or up at least $250. So just remember that. Reimbursements should be done by the 15th if you've gotten them into me already. If not, it might take a little bit longer if you haven't submitted it. So remember to follow up with everyone during Diamond Club. So I've talked to a lot of leaders, a lot of participants that have done it last year, even a lot of participants that have come through just this first month, and they've realized that follow-up with your events, your leaders, is key to being successful at Diamond Club. So make sure you have a follow-up process in place. Make sure you have a plan to follow up with your hosts or with the people that attended the meeting within those first 3 days, so you can get that enrollment and you won't have to reschedule another event or another meeting to get that enrollment. Use your time wisely to do that and efficiently, so that you can schedule more events for other locations, or maybe you do come back to that location because it is so successful and everyone that was at the last meeting has more people to bring in and share doTERRA with. So it's good to follow up with those that didn't sign up, to help them get enrolled and share their product and yourself, and to help them understand, because there's a reason. It could be money, and maybe there's not much we can do about that. Maybe they do have further questions or concerns that you're able to answer, or that you can get help with from your upline or your sponsors with, to be able to address their concern or question, and then they will be able to sign up because they want to be a part of doTERRA. They want to be using these products in their life and sharing themselves with others using doTERRA. So also follow up with those that did sign up, so that you can build them up. I know that it's very important to receive the information and learning and training at the very beginning, so that you can start off strong, and so that you don't go away or forget the information, or lose that urge and drive to use doTERRA and share doTERRA when someone is first enrolled. So new wellness advocates need to have new training after the enrollment process, or after that first meeting. They need to know more about the products, about how doTERRA works, especially the Loyalty Rewards program, so they can benefit from that in the future. And remember, this follow-up does not have to necessarily come from you. Make it easier on yourself. Use your leaders in your team. Work with your team to have them follow up for you. That way you don't have to follow up with the people at the meeting. You follow up with the host who's already followed up with those people. That's less time spent following up in a certain location. That gives you more time in other locations, or to set more goals, or plan or contact another host that maybe need a little bit more help, or someone that's recently enrolled and wants to help with the meeting. It's going to open up more time with you as you use your team as much as possible. It's going to be more efficient for you. So keep that in mind and move forward with that. Here's the top 20 for this month, or as of right now, actually, with the points that have been given up to this point. So we want to recognize all of you and let you know that you're doing an amazing job, to keep moving forward, to share what's working for you with others around. So Kisane, Appleby, John Croft, Penny Hardy, Lynn and Peter Guerin, Michelle Gay, Nicholas Fairbank, Margarita Humphreys, Tanya Zaida, Gavin Nooney, Renee and Byron Twilley, Aaron Blott, Christian Thrush, Shannon Morgan, Polly Delaney, Julian Goshling, Michelle and Godfrey Tyndall, Lindy Jordan, Kara Fisher, Sam Bunker, and Daryl Trimbath. Amazing job so far, you guys. You're doing wonderful. Share your successes with everyone else. Help them out. Give them points to be able to move forward and have the success that you're having. It's good to notice yourself on the leaderboards, but it's also good to help others to understand what they can do to improve in order to have as much success as you're having. So great job, everybody. Keep moving forward. Share your successes with everyone else. Obviously, my resources, the email address, you guys should know that. If you don't, take note of that. My phone number, it's my direct line. Feel free to call me. I'll probably be calling you about reimbursements or anything else regarding Diamond Club or your team, an enrollment or an order, just to verify some things. We have our website, and obviously the portal is through that website. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to go ahead and reach out to me. There are quite a few of you, so please be patient as I try to address those concerns and take care of everything for you. So thank you so much for everything that you guys are doing. Keep moving forward. Keep having this excellent goal and these plans to reach those goals. You guys are doing really well, and I want to let you guys know that I really appreciate everything that you're doing and the patience that you've had for me as the administrator of Diamond Club here in Australia. So I really look forward to keep working with you guys in the future and letting you guys know what's going on. So keep the communication up on the Facebook page. I love everyone sharing their stories and their pictures about their events and everything. It's really helpful not only for me to get to know you and understand how you guys are doing in Diamond Club, but for others also participating in Diamond Club and those that are going to be doing Diamond Club in the future. Really setting a great example so that they can have the energy and the desire to do this in the future, to have success just like you're having, to have those good times and meeting other people and sharing not only the oils and the business with everybody, but themselves and their love, like Emily Wright mentioned to us earlier in the webinar. So I can't thank you guys enough. I'm going to keep saying it. You guys are amazing, and we'll tune in next week for the webinar then. Same time, 1 p.m. on Tuesday. So thank you, everybody.